Hey guys, so today we're going to look at a couple of fountain pens that I bought. If you watched my last video, I mentioned that my beloved Micron died. I kind of stippled it to death. Anyway, so I needed to get some more pens for sort of urban sketching and stuff. So these are a couple of fountain pens that I got on Amazon. This one here is the Platinum Preppy, which runs between $6 to $7 and contains 4 cartridges of ink. And this is the Sailor Fude, I think. Yeah, Sailor Fude de Mannen. So I'm not sure how to pronounce that, and I think I pronounce everything wrong in all my videos, and I do apologize. I try, sometimes I research it and then I even forget how to say it even after researching it, so you'll just have to excuse that, and feel free to, you know, hate me in the comments or correct me in the comments. I don't mind. I'm trying. Anyway, so I wanted to unbox these guys, and these both come with water-based ink. So I think I'm going to put the water-based ink cartridges in these guys because I just want to play around with it. And then I did buy some carbon ink cartridges which will fit the Preppy. This guy, I do not think they'll fit. I may have to kind of use this cartridge out and then refill it with some carbon ink, but I don't think I'm going to put these in today. And I know that I want this ink for the urban sketching stuff that I'm doing because I don't want it to bleed, but I just want to muck around with these guys, and if I end up, you know, just using all the ink that you know, one of the cartridges that comes with this, then I'm totally fine with that. And this is a little more expensive. I think this is about $3.50 for 4 cartridges here, which is not too bad. So I just want to keep this until I kind of get to know the pens a little better. So let's take a look at the Preppy first. So fair warning here, I've never used a fountain pen before. I've never loaded a fountain. I've never loaded a fountain pen before, so I may make mistakes. We'll try it out together. Okay, so I got the black one. If you see these on Amazon, they have all different colors, and the color of the pen actually coordinates to the color of the ink, which is really interesting. So they have blue and yellow and red, and the actual cartridges that come with it will be blue, yellow, or red. So it has this lid here, and this lid is really fascinating. I watched a couple of videos on the Preppy just so I kind of knew a little bit what I was talking about. But it has this like little cap in here that's sort of spring-loaded. I don't know if you can see that little spring in there. But it, when you put this on, it kind of pushes down and makes sure that it's sealing the connection between the pen body here, this, and the lid. And so it's supposed to keep your ink drier and last longer, so that it, well, actually not drier, wetter, so that it doesn't dry out, which I think is really cool for a cheapo pen like this. I think that's really interesting. So, oh wow, so you get another cartridge in here. So there's actually one inside here as well. Wow, so 5 cartridges plus the pen for, I think it was under $6. Okay, so I think the way that you do this is you just push on this guy without pushing on the nib until it clicks. Let's hope. Yep, so that just popped in. That seems pretty tight, so I'm just going to screw that on. Well, that was pretty easy if that's really how it works. Yeah, so let's have a go with it. I'm just going to grab some paper. So I don't see any ink in here. I gave it a little shake to see if I could get it flowing. Oh, yeah. So this is really nice. It's super smooth. Yeah, so you can get some really nice smooth lines with this. It flows really nicely. And it's not scratchy. I'm super surprised. I feel like I thought it was going to be super scratchy. And you don't have to put hardly any pressure on it at all. You just sort of draw really lightly. I'm barely kind of touching the paper here. You can kind of fill in some patches there with it. It's really smooth. Yeah, the ink is not totally black. The ink that ships with it, it's sort of a grayish color. It's not a deep, dark black. And so I wonder if it works on the back. Oh yeah, so you can get some really fine lines if you turn it over. And it's a little scratchier on the back. But yeah, still pretty smooth and lots of control, flows really well. Yeah, so you really don't have to put much pressure on. I'm just doing these fast lines here, and they're kind of touching down and tapering out really well. They're not breaking up, or it's not scratchy. Huh. Yeah, I really like it. I'm kind of surprised that I like it so much. So I just started drawing with it and it stopped working. So I don't think I pushed it in all the way. So I opened it up and pushed it, and all this ink spurted into this little chamber here with all the little flanges. So I think that is how you're supposed to do it. I think it's supposed to be pushed in first. So if you're loading it and it clicks, you want to make sure it kind of clicks all the way and goes right up to the body of the pen. Yeah, it wasn't all the way up here. So I just grabbed a couple of things from my kitchen, and let's have a go at drawing these guys. So I'm just going to speed this footage up just a little bit so that it's not too boring to watch me draw this whole thing. But overall I really enjoyed using this pen. It didn't skip at all, it was nice and smooth. The flow of the ink once I had pushed that cartridge in all the way worked really well, no issues at all. This is just a really quick sketch. I just try and do, you know, a couple of these a day just to keep in the practice of observing things and looking at stuff. It doesn't have to be perfect, and this is far from perfect. I'm just sort of looking at shapes and lines and trying to get proportion relatively close. But you know, these circles were probably supposed to be evenly spaced and they weren't, but I try not to judge it too much and just have fun with it. With all these little sketches that I do at home, I mean, they're just in my journal. I'm not selling these, I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm not trying to pretend that I'm this great artist or anything. It's really just for my benefit to learn more and just keep creating every day. And I think that's the essence to these things, guys. If you know, you don't have to be a great drawer, you don't have to be a master artist. If you're trying to get there, then this is kind of the journey you have to go on. You have to keep producing stuff all the time, keep looking at things closely, keep trying your best, and don't get too caught up in it all. Just keep doing it. And I'm just sharing this. I mean, this is not my best work, this is not my worst work, but you know, it's not great, it's just fun, it's just observing. So yeah, just give it a go. So even though I said I wouldn't use watercolors with this pen, I couldn't resist. So I just put some in because it looks, you know, it looks so sad when it's just a little pen outline. It looks really unfinished and doesn't really have any oomph or depth or anything. So as you can see on the spoon there where I kind of overdrew it, it does bleed a little bit, but I don't think it bleeds as much as the other couple of pens that I own that I've been doing sketches with. This one was done with a pen sticks from Alvin, which is a India ink marker, which I didn't think would bleed because India ink normally sets up pretty fast, but yeah, this one bleeds really a lot. And then the other one that I have is a Pilot Precise, and you can see in this drawing too, this one bled like crazy. I mean, it's definitely a look, but I still want to try out the carbon ink to see if that, you know, just gets crisper lines. So I think we'll leave it there with the little Platinum Preppy. I was really impressed. I really enjoyed using this guy. I guess I had sort of expectations that I would not like drawing with a fountain pen, and this all stems from doing calligraphy when I was a younger person. I think I had a real hard time because I was a left-hander, and just the angle of the nib and all that kind of stuff. So going in, I kind of thought, oh, you know, every fountain pen is going to be kind of like that. But I think that's just, you know, calligraphy pens. So this fountain pen was a pleasure to work with. As a left-hander, I don't think there was any disadvantage being a left-hander with this kind of fountain pen. So yeah, I would give it a go. I think it's going to be great for sketching. I would really like to try actually the medium. I think they make a medium nib, which is an 05. And I kind of like a thicker line, so I think I might try and track one of those down because I had a good time using this guy. And also, once I use this whole cartridge, I'm going to try a carbon one in there just to see how that works as well. So I think I'll do another video for the Sailor Fude pen, just so this one stays kind of short, and if people are searching for the two different pens, then it's easier to find what you're looking for. Okay, so I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!